Great to see everyone. We're going to call this meeting to order, this meeting of the Mayor and Board of Aldermen. If I could, please have everyone's attention. I'm going to ask everyone to please stand as we call this meeting of the Mayor and Board of Aldermen for the City of Natchez to order. And we are going to open with a word of prayer to be followed by our pledge. I'm going to put on the spot our former congressman and someone who does a lot of work for the city, the Honorable Greg Harper. I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you to open us in prayer today. And Congressman, if you'll come to the podium so that we'll have you on mic.
May we pray. Lord, we just come to you knowing that you're our only hope, Lord, and we trust you. And Lord, we plead that you would just help us, Lord. We thank you that you love us so much, Lord, that you sent your son to die for us. And Lord, that if we would only believe, we would be saved. Lord, we do pray. And we thank you, Lord, for all you've done. Pray for this city. We pray for these elected officials that are here, these aldermen and alderwomen, for the mayor, all of the officials. Lord, your hand is on this place. We just pray for your blessing. I ask you to take care of everybody in this room, Lord. Everybody has hurts and needs, hopes and desires, and Lord, we place all of that in your hands. Yes. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. Let us now repeat together our pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. We will ask the clerk to administer the roll call.
Alderwoman Hall. Here. Alderman Frazier. Here. Alderwoman Smith. Here. Alderwoman Irving.
Here.
Alderman Davis.
Here.
Alderman Moreau.
Here.
Mr. Mayor, all present and accounted.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you. Next on our agenda is the approval of minutes. Madam Clerk.
Yes, we have one set of minutes for approval. That is from the regular meeting held on May 26, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderwoman Irving and seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion. We'll call for the question.
There's some errors.
Yes,
but
Alderwoman
I will share them
Irving.
with the city clerk.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. We will have now a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries. Next item is we have welcome to our visitors. But first of all, and we allow 5 minutes apiece for individuals on the welcome visitors section of our agenda. Our first order is, as always, we started this tradition in June of 2021. And we now are in our, goodness, 5th year of doing this, of having our June meeting, our first meeting of the month of June here at NAPAC, our Museum of African American History. And so we are going to invite Mr. Bobby Dennis, if he would please come to welcome us today. He is the executive director here at NAPAC. Mr. Dennis, thank you. We are also going to ask that anyone in our meeting today, please remain seated so that our aldermen can have a clear view of the individuals who are presenting. And especially, we want to be able to see Mr. Dennis.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor and Board of Aldermen, and most importantly, fellow citizens. I'd like to welcome you to our museum. And I use the term our. The founders and this museum is here for a specific purpose. And that's to give our guests, our citizens, a look at what we have given in building this city of Natchez. Not just through institutions, not just through laws, but through the people who live here, the people who make a difference. Our togetherness and our struggles together is a picture of what this city can be and will be. So thank you for always coming and have this meeting here at the museum because it shows that we are making some progress in working together, progress in understanding compromise. So thank you once again, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Bobby. Thank you. And Mr. Bobby, we do hope that having our meetings here helps to raise the awareness of this great museum. People who come to Natchez from all over the world enjoy visiting this museum. Yet we have a lot of people right here in Natchez who have never been here. And so it's great to be at NAPAC again. We will take a moment to invite everyone to come back to NAPAC next Tuesday for our kickback at NAPAC. We do this every year during Juneteenth, where we give awards to individuals in the community, and we have good fellowship and good program. So we'll look forward to that actually 1 week from today at 5:30 right here at NAPAC. Thank you again. Next, we have Elizabeth Greer, who is the president of our DNA. And Ms. Greer, we're so glad to have you. You actually were supposed to be under city business because DNA is a city-funded branch of the city. But do you think you can keep it in 5 minutes? We'll do our best because you are under the welcome visitors. But we're going to fudge a little bit since you are a city-funded entity.
Look, I'm just here to serve. You just tell me when you need me, I'll take care of it, whatever you want. Thank you, Mayor, Board of Aldermen, and staff. The theme of today's report is momentum, because that is what we are seeing and feeling across downtown Natchez. Revitalization does not happen overnight. We are nearly 6 years into the city's Natchez renewal, and the progress that we see today is the result of years of groundwork, investment, volunteer effort, partnership, and persistence. As a result, downtown Natchez is not only moving forward, it is also gaining speed. And as part of that momentum continues to build, the Downtown Natchez Alliance is pleased to recognize Ms. Chesney Doyle as our new executive director.
Thank you, everyone. I just want to say briefly that I truly look forward to working with all of you again, Mayor, Board of Aldermen, city staff, James Johnston, who's, we're joined at the hip. This all began, as Sarah can tell you, with a large box of papers dropped on her desk when she was at the hospital. But I'm so excited to be here working in an official capacity with the city and the staff and the community at large. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Chesney has been part of DNA's work from the beginning, and her experience, steady commitment, and deep knowledge of downtown make her especially well prepared to lead us in the next chapter. I'd also like to recognize the DNA board members joining us today, including Ms. Norma West, Lori Alice, and Sheila Lehrman. Also, our board advisor, Ms. Diane Lusher, and our part-time digital media specialist, Mr. Michael Wilson. Thank y'all. We're excited for Chesney's leadership and grateful for the continued support of our board members and appreciative of all the merchants, city leaders, and community partners who continue moving downtown Natchez onward and upward. We want to invite all of you to join us on Tuesday, June 16th in Jackson for the Mississippi Main Street Awards. Mayor Gibson, Representative Robert Johnson, and several local business owners and stakeholders will be attending. And we look forward to sharing more good news from that ceremony soon. Our state and national Main Street connections continue to open doors for downtown Natchez. DNA is excited to congratulate Wardo's Po' Boys for applying for and receiving $20,000 from the American Express Shop Small Grants program with the Main Street America to expand their outdoor space and to better connect it to their building. DNA promotes these opportunities to local merchants each year and is always happy to support the application process when called upon. Speaking of grants, the Mississippi Main Street Revitalization Grant for the Depot Park is also moving forward. Chesney is serving as DNA's lead, and we are working in collaboration with Mr. James Johnson. We are also nearing the closeout of the ARPA Balcony, Awning, and Facade Incentive Grant Program. The shutters for the Triangle Building, the final ARPA project, were delivered to Ms. Norma West just this last week, and we're now finalizing that paperwork. This has been a highly successful project, and even building owners who did not participate were inspired to freshen up their own facades. This is how momentum builds upon itself. Merchant activity continues to grow as well. On May 27th, the Downtown Merchant Group meeting had 32 attendees. These meetings are held the last Wednesday of each month at 8 a.m. in Natchez Coffee, with the next one set for June 24th. And we invite each of you to please come join us. Merchant-led activity also continues to grow in downtown. Miss Robin Persons of Outside In, Mississippi, hosted a wonderful open house on May 13th, giving merchants another chance to gather and connect. Then, on May 22nd, Miss Kaylin Day Russell helped spearhead Friday Night Finds, an after-hours shopping event that brought even more activity in the evenings downtown. Looking ahead, we will have Christmas in July on July 11th, the Merchant Sale Day, and the Natchez Food and Wine Festival will also bring visitors and activities downtown during July. And even, believe it or not, we recently signed paperwork with Pumpkins USA for our annual October Pumpkin Patch Festival, and we look forward to again welcoming families downtown this fall. Beautification remains an important part of this progress. Cleanup and Greenup was held May 18th, and we thank Ms. Norma West for her continued hands-on leadership as she facilitated the planting of over 1,000 caladium bulbs in downtown spaces. Thank you, Ms. Norma. We are also excited about Celebrate the Blooms and the Sally Junkin Ballard Keep Natchez Blooming Award. The awards ceremony will be held at 10 a.m. on Saturday, June 27th at Smoots. Please nominate deserving individuals or groups in one of three categories: volunteer beautification, placemaking, or lifetime legacy work in downtown revitalization. All of these efforts, the events, the beautification, the placemaking, the merchant activity, they're all part of the bigger goal of economic vitality, putting people and businesses in buildings and creating spaces to work, live, shop, dine, and gather. The Natchezians' grand opening block party was a perfect example. Even with Saturday's rain, they served 580 people in 3 hours. Frankie's on, yeah, let's give that a hand, with a new staff. During that time, Frankie's on Main reported that the overflow helped make it one of their highest days, comparable, they said, to a balloon festival weekend. And the shops at Crest reported stronger Saturday sales than they typically see during Junkin on the River events. This is the kind of ripple effect that we want downtown activity to create. We are also seeing major forward movement in buildings and businesses across downtown. The Sugar Emporium and Boutique by Diane DuPont is opening in the 700 block of Franklin Street next door to Steampunk. The beautifully renovated space will feature a retro soda fountain, ice cream parlor, vintage candy, family-friendly event space, and even a 12-foot tall rocking horse. Jimmy Smith, the winner of our DNA's 2026 Spirit of Downtown Award, and his partners continue to be involved in several visible property improvements downtown. The King's Tavern complex is now under contract, with cleanup and painting planned and 2 tenants expected. The former Rolling River building, now freshly painted with a new awning, will soon be home to the District on Main, a new restaurant by acclaimed local chef Tamara Hill. And a new tenant is also preparing to move into the former Painted Petal building at the corner of Main and North Pearl Streets. Additional improvements are underway at several other downtown properties as well. The garage behind Pig Out Inn is being repurposed into a winery and event space. The Brown Barnett Building on the 500 block of Main, home to Kathy and Marty's Louie Louie's, is receiving a fresh facade update. Nova Boutique, a new ladies' wear store owned by Brittany Simpson, is also preparing to open at 414 Main Street. And on Franklin Street, keep an eye out for upcoming renovations at the building on the corner of Franklin and North Union. In the Arts District, John Jennings and Dan Thibodeau continue their careful renovation of the Center City building, where Casual Restaurant is set to open and in the works for either late fall or early winter. And at the corner of Main and Martin Luther King Streets, Summer and Drew Thompson continue renovating the former Goodyear building, ready for Miss Lou Physical Therapy, with plans for a July move-in date. Finally, we are pleased to congratulate Mr. Will Godfrey, the new proprietor of our beloved downtown icon, the Malt Shop. Yay. We appreciate the investment being made in these properties, and we're encouraged to see vacant and underused spaces becoming part of the momentum. With more buildings active, more businesses open, and even more reasons for people to come enjoy downtown Natchez. All of these updates are real, visible progress. It is not the work of one person, one board, one business, or one project. It is the result of many people investing, collaborating, and continuing to believe that downtown Natchez is worth the work. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and our Board of Aldermen and all of the city staff for all of your hard work and continued partnerships. We appreciate the collective effort behind these positive things that we're seeing downtown, and we look forward to building on that progress together. Thank you.
What a great report. Thank you, Ms. Greer. Thank you. You did great. And we are so excited, Ms. Doyle, to welcome you. You are the reason we have a master plan in Natchez. And all these years of work, and it's happening at a really good time, because I understand you are becoming now an empty nester. Congratulations to your twins on their graduation. So we are, great things happening. Any questions or comments regarding the report of DNA? A lot of good things. All right.
Just love the energy, Mayor.
I love the energy. Councilman Harper, are you all right to remain for a few more reports, or do you need to? Okay, well, we're going to continue with our visitors, and thank you for that. We have now James Jones, representing his brothers also, Robert Jones and Johnny Jones, to discuss recreation. Mr. Jones, it's so good to see you, and welcome. You are now recognized for 5 minutes.
Well, you know where I'm coming with. I got a question for you and your board first. Do any other the board ever visit the youth center?
I'm sorry?
Do any your other board member aside Mr. Fraser visit the youth center? Okay, I see Ms. Hall. I see Ms. Irvin. You. Why?
I haven't had any reason to go. I've
That's
not
good,
been
that's
invited.
good enough for me.
I've not been invited to any.
That's good, huh?
I've not been invited.
But you elected official. That's just like the mayor. It's over the city. I ain't got to be invited to go see the mayor.
Well,
But I ain't got for 5 minutes, and you for another meeting. But I talked to the gentleman, Mr. Ryan. He called me for what we were talking about.
Yes, sir.
And he told me that he did clean up the mess, but he still got more problems, water problems over there. And but he still didn't get to the trees. He told me, you know, what got the bathroom and stuff covered. So I need to know, when do you think that he'd be able to get to clean that up?
I know we discussed last week with Mr. Porter after our meeting, doing some trimming to those trees. I would have to ask him to see if it has been scheduled, but I don't have that information right now.
Okay. Because I met a lot of folks over there. We had this conversation. Is y'all gonna put the water slides back? Because a lot of people asked about that.
I'm sorry, repeat
The
that.
water slide that they had it.
The water slide.
That's currently it's something we would like to do, but it's not in our current budget.
We need, what can we do to get it in that budget? Because you remember now, me and you talked, like I told you before, we had $500,000 for that in Duncan Park. So I see Duncan Park, I done been to Duncan Park. I see where he's 250,000 went, but I can't see where Concord and the youth center went.
Well, we actually don't have a water feature at Duncan Park.
Well, you got so many.
But
If
I
I
would say
didn't,
this, if you look on, Duncan Park's over 200 acres. If you
Right,
look
right.
at it on a per acre basis, we have spent a lot more at Concord and especially
Okay.
North Natchez Park.
I don't see it.
But we're continuing.
Okay.
We are.
But
And
if-
continue with your presentation.
Okay, but if you go to Duncan Park, if I didn't know better, I thought I was in Disney World. You
And
go
it's
over,
open to all
you
our-
go over to Concord, you go over to Concord, you go over to Concord, what you got? Like I told you, your regulation was just directed 3 years ago. I call it a cow trough in the middle of this place over there. I call it a cow, where you feed the cow there. You got about, you know what it is shit I'm talking about. It's Concord. You got this
It has
shit.
a new playground. It has renovated bathrooms.
And you got a shed over it. You got 4 or 5 children set there. If it rains, you ain't got nowhere to go. They don't have no water to drink.
We
So,
discussed that last week.
right, but,
We have asked,
but I did it,
we've
well,
asked our director to come up with a plan, just answering, your.
well, I need to sit down and talk with him if it's possible.
And and he called you last week.
I talked to him late Friday.
Good. And
I
I
talked to
also
Brian.
did remind him that you have a family reunion at North Natchez Park this weekend. And he said
That's right.
he would make sure everything is ready.
Well, he told me I get to keep through it, and I'll let you know next Tuesday. You know how it look.
Yes.
So I ain't gonna pull on this conversation.
Thomas, thank you. And you have my number. If there are any
I got
needs, just let me know.
it. You know I'm gonna do that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Alderman Frazier.
being as though that's my ward, I concur with Mr. Jones that the Natchez Youth Center is in shambles over there. I don't care how much money we spent over there. To me, it looked like our money was taken by these people that did this project. We got overgrown trees. We got a splash pad where it's to start caving in due to neglect. We got poison ivy all around the fence. We got weeds growing up through the basketball court and the tennis court. We got poison ivy growing up on the kids' playground. As he stated earlier, there's no running water over there. You're gonna have an event, from my understanding, that the water situation is that there's a broken water main somewhere. So therefore, if they have a family reunion, they're not gonna have any water. And I don't know if the bathrooms are still in working order, or they're gonna have porta johns or what. But like I say, well, we have been neglecting this park for a while now. And like I say, it is in shambles, and we spend $1 million on renovating a building, and it done start look like we having problems with the building itself. But I need not go any further because I think that, like I say, we just got to do some more work over there to get this park back into working order, whereby it can be used by our public by the public individual on the north side of town. That, like I stated earlier, there's no reason for that park to look like it looked. And like I say, we're gonna have to do something as a board about that park and all the other parks, Concord and all the rest of the parks on the north side of town. As he said, I haven't been to Duncan Park. I don't know how it looked, but to Duncan Park, I just want to say this about Duncan Park. Duncan Park is one of the oldest parks in the city of Natchez. We discussed about tennis, we discussed about pickleball, we discussed about golf and everything else at Duncan Park. But at Duncan Park, nowhere in America do you have a park that you don't have a basketball court. We don't even have a basketball court at Duncan Park for individuals to go to Duncan Park to even much play. So that's another issue too, pickleball and basketball. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Alderman Frazier. For clarification, Alderman Davis, your high school reunion was held at North Natchez Youth Center a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I received a compliment from one of your classmates on how beautiful the facility was. Now, the report that I got, was that incorrect? Do we have problems at the North Natchez Youth Center that I'm not aware of?
He must be
Not,
lying.
not in the building at the time.
Not in the building? Okay. Because I enjoyed a visit with one of your classmates, and she had a glowing review of the North Natchez Youth Center, and she could
Well, I
not
have pictures of
believe
Mr. Mayor. I can
we
live by
have
that. If they want to see
successfully
that, I can send you all these
restored
pictures.
as we have.
I'm not gonna let nobody do me like that, but I have pictures of the Natural Youth Center right here. Also, Mr. Jones has them. We have pictures of the building too. I have pictures.
I'd
Now,
love
if
to look
anybody
at
wants to
those,
see them, you can see them.
Alderman Frazier, I would
Oh,
be happy
Mr.
to
Mayor, I
look
got
at
the
those.
video. I got videos and everything.
Right now, we're going to continue with
We
our
can do that,
agenda.
But that's.
Thank you very much. Mr. Malcolm Ennis?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Alderwoman Irvin.
I just want to emphasize too with Concord Park, we know that there's no water. It's been shared over and over again that there's no water here. But the other thing too is the country that's taking over the fence line, which poses a safety issue with our youth playing in the park and those that frequent the park.
All right.
You can't see around it, and it should be more visible.
Okay.
Should be more visible.
We will certainly bring that up with Mr.
Thank
Porter. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Yes,
Since we're
Alderwoman.
discussing that, what Mr. Jones has said about the park over there is correct. The basketball courts have grass growing on it. That's why I mentioned at our last meeting, we need, not all of our parks need maintenance care. There is grass growing on the basketball courts at North Natchez Park. I mentioned that, I think I have mentioned that before, and also when we were talking about the courts, the tennis courts over there, in what disarray they're in. So there is documentation for that.
Yeah.
We showed the pictures.
Yes.
So there is no dispute of what he's saying about the park.
Yes. And just last week, I asked Mr. Porter to please get us a quote on making repairs and repainting the basketball courts at North Natchez Park. But I want to say this, I'm a cup half full person, not a cup half empty. And I have to say, we have, since our beginning of this administration, I have to remind everyone, we have a youth center that was boarded up. It's beautiful now. We had a playground that had to be removed because it was unsafe. We have a beautiful new playground there. And I'll never forget the day when I got to ride down the slide with all the kids enjoying that new playground for the first time. We also have renovated the pavilion there, and we're just doing things as we can do. And we're doing things according to the budget that is set by this Board of Aldermen and the projects that are voted on by this Board of Aldermen. And so we're all a part of one team, getting it all done as best as we can. Mr. Ennis, you are recognized for 5 minutes, and thank you so much.
All right, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning?
I've got to give him a proper introduction. Malcolm Ennis is actually the owner of a beloved radio station in town, WTYJ, New Vision Media. And he has for several years been helping us to produce and pull off a great Juneteenth celebration.
Yes, and good morning. I hope everyone is well. We are excited about this year's Juneteenth celebration. We have, and every year we are growing with the number of events that we actually execute. And even more, we're having more members of the community kind of come on board with different events. So we're excited. So it's an exciting year. And so right now I'm going to kind of go down the line and kind of give you a little bit of an idea of the different events that'll be going on starting next week on Monday. So the first one is going to be our Day of Unity, Harmony in the Park. This year we are going to be doing an ice cream social. And the goal here is to try to get more children off the phones and outside. A little hot, but we're going to have some cool treats for folks with some waters and soft drinks and things like that. The event will take place. It'll start about 5:30. It is going to be free and open to the public. It is going to be hosted by our First Lady, Natchez First Lady, Marla Gibson. There will be live music as well as a live DJ courtesy of DJ Buzz. And it will be taking place at Jack Waith Park. And so we're excited to kind of use one of our parks in the area. Next up, we're looking at, again, as the mayor mentioned earlier, it's the annual kickback at NAPAC which is our community awards event. It's an opportunity for folks in the community to kind of be recognized for different and outstanding things and contributions that they're making. That event, again, will start at 5:30. It will be free and open to the public. Refreshments will be served. It will be right here where you're sitting. And so we are excited, looking at a good time. Next up, on Thursday, June 18th, this is a newer event that was brought to the table by one of our partners, blacknatchez.org, with Mr. Joseph Smith. You know, one of the things we talked about doing with Juneteenth is not only celebrating freedom, but also encouraging and celebrating growth economically within the community. And so the idea here is to invite area businesses to kind of come in, network, and fellowship with one another and figure out some ways where we can work and partner together in a spirit of cooperative growth. That event, again, that event will take place starting at 6 o'clock, from 6 to 9, free and open to the public. It will take place at 1720 Gallery, right there at 227 North Dr. Martin Luther King Street. Free appetizers, courtesy of Concordia Bank and Trust. And so everyone in the room is invited. We're inviting everyone, and we realize that as we do these events, they're only as good as the people that come and show up. And so part of this entire week is what we're looking to build is a bit of continuity and consistency. I think that it's important to develop consistency so that people know and understand that these events are going to happen all the time and every year. So we're excited by that. Friday, June 19th, that is the actual Juneteenth day. We're going to start things off with a wreath laying at the forks of the road. Now that will take place starting at 9 a.m. Again, free and open to the public. Everyone encouraged to come on out. After that, we are so excited to partner with the Natchez chapter of the NAACP, as well as the Boys and Girls Club of Central Mississippi, for a family day event that will take place. Now this year, normally, the NAACP has done it over at the Concord Quarters. This year, they are definitely moving it over to the Frazier Extended Education Center field, moving it around, again, providing some area where the children can kind of get out, spread their wings and fly, so to speak. So we are certainly excited by that. There will be a number of children's activities, as well as food and refreshments and some booths available, snow cones and the such. And so again, that will take place at the Frazier Extended Education Facility. After that is where we get into our annual Juneteenth Father's Day Cheeseburger Challenge. This event I'm personally excited about. I don't know about you. I love a good cheeseburger, right? And so here we are certainly inviting a number of different businesses from the community, backyard grillers, chefs, restaurants and such, to kind of come out and compete to see who makes the best cheeseburger. Our goal here is to grow this thing to be a statewide competition, such that we're inviting businesses and restaurants and cheeseburger lovers from all over the state to come to Natchez to kind of compete, and also give a shout out to fathers for Father's Day weekend. So we're excited about that. And that'll take place downtown, right behind the Grand Hotel, in partnership, and thank you to Mr. Tipton there. So that'll be a good time. After that, starting at 7 o'clock, well, the cheeseburger challenge will go from 5:30 to 9 p.m. Kind of after that, in the middle of that, we have our next event, which will be the Juneteenth Luminary at Melrose. That event gates will open up at 7 o'clock there. That event starts at 7:30. If you've never been to the event, it's beautiful to see, especially as it gets darker in the evening. And it's a celebration of the enslaved from the Melrose. And again, open to the public. Everyone is invited. You can bring lawn chairs and your flashlights. And again, another event to kind of get outside, in a sense. The next day, Saturday, we are excited, again, in partnership with Alderman Ben Davis, for the annual Father's Day weekend, Fishing with Fathers and Friends. And so another event that'll be taking place, and this is on June 20th, This will be at the Bob M. Deering Natchez State Park area. And so exciting part there is that, look, if you have some young folks who like to fish, or some folks who want to get introduced to fishing, great opportunity to kind of get outside, put the phone down, and have a good time and learn how to fish. Now, again, kids 15 and under are free. 16 and older, there's a small nominal fee, okay? And we want to make sure that everybody, you also have to have your fishing license as well. And so you're welcome to kind of visit the Juneteenth.one Natchez webpage, and that'll kind of give you a little bit more information. And then kind of in conclusion of the weekend, we wanted to kind of add a musical element, and we are kicking off for the first time. It's called Showtime at the Auditorium. And so if you're familiar with Showtime at the Apollo, well, this will be Natchez's version of that. And so we're inviting area, students, kids, adults, whomever. If you have a talent, come on out. So we're looking for ventriloquists, magicians, musicians, singers, rappers, dancers, the whole nine. We're inviting everybody to kind of come on out, have a good time. That's going to be on that Saturday. Doors will open there at 3:30, and the show starts at 4 o'clock. Again, free and open to the public. We just want people to kind of come on out, have a good time, and join in the spirit of celebration. And we're excited. We're excited. We think we have a pretty robust lineup of events. And we're looking to kind of grow it. And so if folks have suggestions about next year, we certainly are open to that, and we welcome it. Just stop on by the office. The doors of the radio station are always open, and you can come by. And again, thank you, Mr. Mayor, as well as Board of Aldermen, for your support.
Thank you, Mr.
God bless.
And there's a lot he didn't have time to get to. It's going to be a great celebration. And I'm sorry, we only can recognize people in our meetings, it's our rules, that already are.
He's on there. He's on there.
I'm sorry.
It's on the agenda. It's Robert Jones.
That was all part of the same presentation on recreation. Well, I will tell you this, Mr. Jones had about a minute left. I'll give you that minute. I want to tell you, gentlemen, we had time for a recreation presentation, but we have more on our agenda. And I'm so sorry. We don't stack this part with people, just wanting. I'm always available for meetings, but Mr. Jones, you have a minute. The minute that was remaining,
But I can't live today mostly about recreation for our kids. Now I wrote it down because I know I didn't have time to. I'm wasting time now. I'll say it like this: I'm not here to talk about me today. I'm here to talk about our children. And recreation is our children needed to a place where they could be safe. Right now, we don't have no recreation. The grown ups have places they might go to play golf or whatever situation. But our recreation, like when our kids out of school right now, nowhere to go. And have fun or whatever the situation is. And this is for my situation is about north and the south side. And I can't control about how whether they let the kids go towards, but we need organized recreation under supervision for our children. I'm talking to you now, but I'm gonna find a way to have more time than right now to find. I need to talk to somebody really. Just give me somebody I can talk to about recreation, and I'll be fine with it. Because I just need to know why we don't have some type of recreation here in Natchez. Louisiana beating us in the ground. And we don't have nothing. All we have is for the grown-ups. They can have fun. But what about our kids? What about our children? But we warn about them getting in trouble every day, what the situation is. But you have nowhere for them to go. So that's my problem with it. And recreation was my major when I was in college. So I know about what's going on in recreation. We ask people here in Natchez, but get together behind it. You all just really don't have no idea how many children we could save through recreation. Recreation is a tool that we need here in Natchez. And I mean, it's going backwards, it ain't going forward. I had better recreation when I was a boy.
Right now, we don't have nothing. Kids, our children don't have nothing to do. And they want about, I heard them say about the phone and all that, but, well, give them something to do, get off the phone.
Mr. Jones, here's my card. I met with your brothers last week. Be happy to meet with you.
Okay, well,
All right.
I have a good story about it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And last but not, yes. I'm so sorry. I knew that we were going to discuss recreation, and I thought that Mr. Jones, we weren't going to allow 15 minutes of this for all three of you. We have more on our agenda. I'll give you a minute. I'm so sorry, but you know, if we made a practice of this, that's why I'm available to meet with you and your aldermen are. Mr. Jones, I'll give you a minute. Come on up. It was explained to me that your brother was going to be the spokesman for the group. Come on. I didn't realize all three of you wanted time, but I'm giving you a minute. Come on.
No disrespect to the vote, but you got to hear. And I wanted you gave me your word. And I figure your word is your bond. But let me give you this part, Mr. Master. Yeah, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna ask you, yes. But listen to me. We was talking about the youth center. Now, I heard the young lady say, you, Mr. Being that had the family reunion today. Now, Mr. Mayor, we talked about it. Now, the youth center spent $1 million there. And you could have a family reunion at the youth center, you could. But what they have done at the youth center, they done closed all that off, Mr. Mayor. Here on the side, they put some little office in there. If you've been in there, anybody know. But my point of it is, y'all done spent $1 million. And the kids ain't got nowhere to play. We talked about that. And your boys would, you can see what you could do. But now the young lady just say, I hear you say, listen, I ain't called now. If he say he had a good time, but now, you ain't got the historic thing. It's only historic, we know that, but you don't have a sign there or no nothing. And just like I called the recreation man, he ain't called me back yet, but he did call James. What I'm saying to this board and everybody in here, I figured when y'all was talking about the pickleball, which I ain't got no problem with the pickleball, but my point I had a problem with, after this board voted for it, you call it special meeting. But answer this question for me, then I'm gonna go. If the board went the other way, would you call a special meeting?
Mr. Jones.
I'm asking. I'm finna go.
I'm not here to discuss.
I'm not discussing. What I'm just asking, Mr. Mayor, because what you do, Senator.
And I'll just say this: we're doing all we can for our youth, and we'll continue to do more.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Thank you very much. Next, we have Sarah Lindsay Lockoff, who is the founder of our Live at 5 series that everyone loves in the spring and the fall. And it is every time we have it, it's a time of unity and celebration. We are getting ready for our 250th and the July 4th weekend celebration here. And so, Ms. Lockoff, you're ready.
Hello. Thank y'all for having me. And we are very excited about Live at 5 on the 3rd and the 4th. So in celebration for the America 250, for the 250th birthday, we are wanting to hold a parade going down Main Street, being led by an Uncle Sam, who we have yet to be determined, Dan Gibson. And also by the Epic Funk Brass Band, and it'll go from Memorial Park down to the Bluff. And followed by, hopefully, Jack Kerwin, and obviously in a car, the police chief, fire chief, sheriff, elected officials, Board of Aldermen. Y'all are all welcome to join this walking parade. We'd love for you to be a part of it. The supervisors, all veterans, Junior ROTC, the American Legion, VFW, National Park Service, active military, Coast Guard. And followed by them, 4th of July decorated golf carts, which that was so fun at Halloween. Whenever we had the huge celebration on the bluff, then we had the golf cart parade and then the Natchez Bicycle Club, and it's kind of hoping to recreate that with the golf carts and the Natchez Bicycle Club for the 4th of July. We're going to be asking the current Miss Hospitality to be handing out little small flags to all the onlookers along Main Street, and then also while we're at the bluff. So once we reach the bandstand, Mayor Dan will give a welcome and also different acknowledgments. So this is what you're doing, by the way. And then the Epic Funk Brass Band will perform another set. And then from 6 p.m. until 8, we'll have Mira Got Soul, and she'll be starting with America the Beautiful. And on Saturday, starting at 5 and going until 7, we'll have Cha Cha Boo at the bandstand. And then from 7 to 9, The Remedy with Tima Larry with the national anthem. And then 9:30, we'll have the fireworks provided by Miss Lou Fireworks. And then during the fireworks, we'll have the patriotic music that Larry Bolin has provided each year. And Mayor Dan, remind me the composer that...
John Philip Sousa.
I cannot think of that. And so for the children, we are going to, in collaboration with the City of Natchez and Parks and Recreation, we're going to be providing hula hoops, yard games, cornhole, disc golf. And as always, at any Live at 5 event, you're going to have sidewalk chalk bubbles. And we're working on face painting, art vendors, things like that. So Walter, I'm going to need you to close down that street. I'll be calling you anyway. And then obviously we're going to have like large fans. And also Walter will be asking you for the cooling machine from the convention center. And we'll have free water on the ground so everybody can stay hydrated in that hot time of year. And that's it.
All right.
Any questions?
We're excited.
Okay, thank you.
We thank you so much for pulling this together, and I know that you've gotten a little volunteer help from Debbie Germany and others. It's going to be a great event. We can't wait. Can't wait. Thank you. Next, we have city business, and thank you for being here with us. Former Congressman Greg Harper, Congressman Harper, and also Brett Bailey serve as lobbyists for the city and asked to be here to provide a report.
Well, being here in Natchez is always a privilege. It's more than just work. 11 years ago this summer, my daughter got engaged here in Natchez. So we have some strong roots, and of course to be here with you, Mayor, and with the board. And of course, I'd literally have known Mayor Davis his entire life because one of his older brothers was my best friend in elementary school. So I appreciate the leadership that each of you give to the city. And look, I know we have all these issues that we have to work on and things that are important and your priorities, but don't lose sight of Natchez on the state level and the national level. This is a jewel. There's so much to be proud of. The future is great. Just the history of this place is phenomenal. And Brett Bailey does send his regards today. And, you know, I had the privilege of representing the city for 10 years, and it was a distinct honor. And to be able to continue that relationship by taking care of your priorities. And we've had a lot of victories. There's not enough money to do everything we want to do every year that we want to do it. But we've had some great successes. And so I just wanted to tell you that I think there's more to come. And we've had, and of course the mayor knows we've had some things he'll call, and there's a fire to put out. And so we've been very appreciative. For instance, congratulations on July 1st. I know we're talking about Juneteenth and July 4th, but July 1st, you have your commercial air service. Well, there's some things that had to be done, and one of those things is we had to have a we had to have a TSA approval letter while DHS was shut down. So that's not easy, but the mayor,
I wanna jump in.
please, Mayor.
So we got a frantic call from the county that they were about to miss the deadline with TSA for all the approvals necessary to be able to hire and to have TSA operative by July 1. The government had been shut down, and no one was returning calls from TSA.
Nobody was home.
We had literally days, less than a week, and no one knows, but in that amount of time, we could have had to say, sorry, United, we can't have you July 1. I called Congressman Harper, and I think by Tuesday you had the letter. If you want to continue, I just.
No, thank you.
Never forget.
Look, getting the commercial air service in here is a game changer for the city. It's long overdue. Mayor, I want to commend you and everybody else involved in getting that done, but it's something you just got to have. And I think it changes, and we look at income to the city. We look at sales tax. We look at everything else that comes. People want to come to Natchez. This is another way as we see the development and the attraction. So congratulations as we look at that. But if you could just maybe give me an extra day or two on the next fire, I'd appreciate that, Mayor. But it's, look, we had great success as we're working on the Canal Street Bridge, for instance. I'm not going to go over everything, but just a couple of things. And, you know, we can work hard at the state capitol, try to come up with funds there. And the federal government, God bless them, I was part of it for 10 years. We do all this work. We hope we can get, things done, but they have to agree to the budget. They have to come up with something. So we have right now in the hopper, we have an additional 2.64 million for Canal Street Bridge that is pending some other work that's got to be done before it can get to the president's desk. So just say a little prayer that we'll get there on that particular issue as you continue. And that's one thing I've admired about the board is you and the mayors, you support, you do these priorities. We go to work on it. I wish it could happen like that, but as long as it happens and we know we're making that progress, I'm very, very honored to do that. So I'm not going to go over all the successes because we can go back a number of years, even longer than what's on this sheet. And so with that, I'd be happy to answer a question or two, Mayor, if anybody has any, or just to tell you that we're going to continue working very hard. And just remember that Brett Bailey's a lot smarter than I am, and he's done incredible work for us. Anyone?
Yes. Do we have any questions?
I just, the Canal Street Bridge, you
Yes,
said you got, thank you, Mayor.
Yes.
You got that information to the president?
No, that is in the funding right now through the Congress.
Okay.
But it's not done yet because what happens is that the House has already done stuff. The Senate's in the process. They take a little longer to get to that point, and then it goes to conference to iron out any differences that might be there. But I think that's from Cindy Hyde-Smith's office, I believe. But don't quote me on that, Mayor. I'd have to look and see.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am. Ms. Hall.
Thank you for what you do for us.
Thank you, ma'am.
And have been doing for us for years. The 2026 funding secured.
Yes.
Bottom, the 362,000 for the Natchez Depot Park. So you're responsible for getting that grant?
No, we assisted, letters of support, and so it was a total team effort. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
In fact, I want to say I actually was with Trey Robbinger, who is the lobbyist for the Mississippi Municipal League,
Right.
and others just 2 weeks ago. And they said that of all the cities in the state, our lobbyists are the ones who are always there, helping them with MML projects, helping Mississippi Main Street with their projects, and you go above and beyond. And so it is true that this was initiated by our Mississippi Main Street organization and DNA. But I want to say that, Congressman, you and especially Brett Bailey gave us minute by minute sometimes accounts of votes and how things were going and who we needed to talk to.
Right.
Because that bill was actually delayed 2 years. And the funding delayed 2 years. And we were finally able to get it secured this year.
The best is yet to come, Mayor.
That's right.
I have one more.
Yes, ma'am.
On the
Alderman.
2023 funding.
Ooh, you're not gonna expect me to remember all the way back.
Well,
Okay, just want to be sure.
The last 500,000 for the drainage, I think that was for West Sears Lane.
I believe that's correct. Yes.
Okay.
That
Thank you.
project has been completed.
It was West Sears Lane, 500,000.
There's so many needs on drainage. Yeah, you guys know it better than anybody. We could spend every bit of money available in the state to deal with that, but we're going to keep chipping away at it. So,
Thank you.
okay, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to make one point. Morgantown Road, the last phase, is under construction right now. Everyone thought it would never happen, but it's happening. And it would not be happening had it not been for Congressman Harper and for his lobbying efforts in getting major funding for that project. And this year, we got that in 2022, 2.4 million. We then had to put more money with it that you also helped us with. And thank goodness that project is now in its final phase and it will be completed this year.
Congressman,
Alderwoman Hall.
I have one more. Thank you. On the 2022 funding, for the 1 million for Silver Street, what, the MCMI,
Yes.
was that part of the raising of Silver Street?
Mayor.
Because I know we had allocated also 500,000 for that, which we did approve, this board approved to transfer to the Morgantown project.
That's right. I mean, the exact
Yes.
aspect, I believe
This-
it was for.
But in 2022, that is $1 million that our lobbyists helped us secure through our Lieutenant Governor, Delbert Hoser. And it was earmarked from DEQ first for the Silver Street project. But you are correct, Alderwoman Hall, that was later diverted. And a minute ago, when I said we needed more funding for Morgantown Road, that's some of the funding.
That's
that
why
we
I
had to
volunteered to give up my project
get.
for the
Yes,
county.
that is correct. That is correct. Our project, it was a major thing we were trying to get accomplished, but
Well, I say mine because it's in my ward.
I understand. Thank you, Congressman Harper. Thank you for coming down and for such a great report and safe.
Thank you.
Safe travels. And for such a beautiful prayer today. We now will go to our department director's reports. Mr. James Johnston, you're recognized.
Afternoon, Mayor and Board.
Good afternoon.
My report is on the screen and a draft was provided in your packet, so I did add an item earlier today. Natchez City Auditorium 2022 Convention Center bond issue. Staff in concert with Waycaster Dungan is requesting a motion to receive quote bids for pull-down shades for the 29 windows in the main hall at the Natchez City Auditorium. Pleasure of the board.
Second.
Motion made by Alderwoman Smith, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion. We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
Procurement of engineering, environmental, and application work plan services, Fine Avenue Drainage Improvement Project, FY26, Community Grant Program, US EPA. Staff is requesting a motion to issue a request for qualification for engineering, environmental, and application work plan services to assist in the preparation of the environmental information document for submission to the EPA in completing the National Environmental Policy Act review, assist in preparing the application work plan for review approval, prepare plans and contract documents, bidding phase, award, and construction engineering and inspection services. A committee appointed by the mayor will review the proposals received and make a recommendation to the mayor and board of aldermen. The selected committee members consist of Alderwoman Felicia Bridgewater Irving, City Clerk Macon McKenzie, Public Works Director Justin Dollar, and myself. Pleasure of the board.
Motion made by Alderwoman Hall. Seconded by Alderwoman Irving. And we're so grateful to see this project continue. I will say the 1.1 million happens to be one of the items on our lobbyist report, funds that they were able to obtain for us for this project. Do we have any further discussion? We will call the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Next item.
I believe this is what I added yesterday or this morning. Glenwood and Rollingwood Drainage Improvements, State and Tribal Assistance Grants, US EPA, and this is FY24. At the May 26th meeting of the Mayor Board of Aldermen, I presented the following. Bids for the above referenced drainage project were received in the clerk's office until 10 o'clock a.m. on Thursday, May 21st. A summary of the bids are as follows, and you see them listed again. And again, at that time, they were received and taken under advisement. After another procurement review by the EPA, staff in concert with consulting engineer Waycaster Dungan is now requesting a motion to accept the low bid of TL Wallace Construction totaling $872 and $53. Pleasure of the board.
Motion made by Alderwoman Smith. Seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion. Yet another project we have gotten good help in getting funding to be able to achieve. We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The motion carries. I think I might have to talk to our lobbyists. I think they left this one off their list. So this was a major project that we were able to get funding for. Mr. Johnson, next item.
Staff in concert with consulting engineer Waycaster Duncan is requesting a motion to approve change order number 1 to include and add inadvertently omitted federal assurances to the just approved contract with TL Wallace, Inc. Pleasure of the board.
What is the motion?
Need to be added.
Do I have a motion? Motion made by Alderwoman Smith and seconded by Alderwoman Irving. Discussion. If you could, I think there's some questions.
Right.
This is something we've already entered. I mean.
No, we
begun.
have not entered.
Well, not entered, but we've begun, and it's, if you would, I think.
Right. This, bringing to the board today was a motion to accept the low bid of TL Wallace. As mentioned previously, the EPA, that division requires multiple reviews of procurement services. When we submitted the document again several weeks ago, I emailed them yesterday to ask, are we able to allow an award for this project? They replied back, yes, contingent upon adding a series of federal assurances, to it, though that was not mentioned during procurement review number 2. So they did provide them. They include termination from convenience, EEOC, anti-kickback, etc. And so that is the change order. It's a no-cost change order, just adding additional federal assurances, to the contract. That is all.
And this actually is associated with what we just discussed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, it's all under the Rollingwood and Glenwood drainage improvements. Yes, again, no additional funds are involved, and the bids were, received were very good bids as well, and numerous bids for this project.
And so we'll call the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Mr. Johnson, thank you. Next, we have Ms. Caitlin McDonald, who is here representing our planning department and doing a great job keeping things going for us. Ms. McDonald, you're recognized.
Good morning, Mayor and Board. On February 10th, staff requested approval to apply for the FY 2026 Certified Local Government Grant from the Mississippi Department of Archives and History. The purpose of this grant would be funding for the Natchez Historic District's mail-out campaign. And on April 17th, the city received notification from MDAH that the grant had been approved and awarded. And as the first step, the MOA between the city and MDAH must be signed and returned before July 1st to confirm the city's acceptance of the CLG grant. So staff is requesting a motion for approval for the mayor to sign the MOA so that it could be returned to MDAH before the deadline.
So moved.
Second.
A motion made by Alderwoman Hall, seconded by Alderwoman Irving. Discussion?
Mr.
Yes,
Mayor,
Alderwoman Irving?
I just want to say, as I brought up in the last meeting with that we consider, placing one of those markers down near Orange Avenue in St. Catherine
Orange.
instead of at the triangle.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
It was changed in our file, so we have that.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Alderwoman. We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. McDonald. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Chief Robert Arrington from the Fire Department. Chief Arrington.
Good morning, everybody.
morning.
Whatever time it is.
Afternoon.
Just a quick report from the conference that I recently attended in Biloxi. We were able to talk to a lot of people about some issues that we are having all over the state, come up with some solutions. I have one thing that I would probably need to start talking to you guys about in the future once I get some things ironed out. The main thing that I wanted to report with great news is, as y'all know, I have been trying to, when I first started, one of my goals was to get the firefighter conference here. We were blessed to have it 2 years in a row. And then we were able to have the first time ever having the fire chiefs conference here this past December. Well, with the help of my superpower right here, we have been able to land the firefighters conference again in
June 27 and 28.
for both years, 2027 and 2028.
And the fire chiefs are, we're one of two that they are looking at for their fire chief conference, either in December or in January, which would work out very well. And I do want to, to add that they have put probably, when we looked at the numbers, it's between $300,000 and $400,000 in 5 days that they put into the economy down here. They eat here, of course, they sleep here, they bring their families. It's a lot of people. It's between 600 and 850 each year. So we're excited. Or we were at the conference.
Very excited. So I want to thank Mr. Tipton is gone, but also thank Ryan for helping us to land these things. You know, it takes her unique personality to come and woo these people to come bring the conference back to Natchez. So thank y'all for everything that y'all do. That's fine.
Great job.
Thank you. Great. And thank you, Ryan. It's very great to see you. Our city official reports, Alderwoman Hall, you're recognized.
Yes, I had the privilege last week of attending the pre-law academy that was started by Judge Davis, our chancery judge, and some of the judges here in the city of Natchez, particularly the deputy prosecutor's office. All of the judges attended this presentation last week. Actually, it was a real pending murder trial appeal. Our three appellate judges were here. Chief Judge Barnes on the right, who is actually from Natchez. In the middle, Judge McDonald, and on the left, Judge McCarty. They are actually hearing an appeal on a murder which occurred in another part of our state. They do travel around the state. The Supreme Court cannot travel, but the appellate judges can. Here, this picture is of the two attorneys who were hearing and opposing the appeal. On the right was the defense attorney. On the left is a special prosecutor from the Attorney General's office. So all of our judges were at this conference, well, I shouldn't say a conference, this hearing, including retired Judge Sanders. The attorneys were here, Amy was here, all supporting Judge Davis and his pre-law academy. This is for high school students who have an interest in law. So this was very well attended, and we thank them for coming to our state. And this was held on the Alcorn Natchez campus last Wednesday. This group of women are the law clerks for the judges, and also one of them is the court reporter as well. This is a picture of some of the students. I also was invited by Judge Davis to attend this because I was a juror at a mock trial he held on the campus of Natchez High School towards the end of school. And the attorneys for both the defendant and the prosecution were students who were trained by members of our police department how to conduct themselves in those different roles. So I think this is very, very good academy that he's doing for these kids. Of all the schools are invited to participate in this. There is a major collapse on Briarwood, just part of the ground caved in last week. So that's where Mr. Dollar and Public Works are. And they'll be there for the next couple of weeks repairing this. They have to go all the way across the road to repair pipes and to fill in the caved section. So if you drive Briarwood, you will not be able to go all the way through from Lower River Road down to Highland Boulevard. So just be aware of that. This is for the public. And lastly, I'm going to say, anyone can come after me. I don't care what you say, what you write, what you think of me. Hear me when I say that. This 70-year-old woman does not care what you think, say, or write about me, but leave my family out of your conversations and out of your writings to discredit me. The gentleman who is being targeted in your nefarious attempts to discredit me is an adult, a grown man, a husband, a father with 2 adult children. He's also a highly decorated combat veteran. There were times when his family did not know where he was. Not his wife, not his children, his parents, during his service years and in combat. So leave him alone. Leave all of my family alone. And let me introduce him to you. He is Colonel Hughes, retired, USA. To be more specific, he is Colonel Albert Joseph Hughes, Senior, retired, USA, or U.S. Army. Thank you. That ends my report.
Thank you, Alderman Hall. Alderman Frazier?
Yes. Just let me say this. Yesterday, we had a meeting with the Public Works Director, Mr. Justin Dollar. There's a lot of issues that are coming up around the city, drainage problem, growing grass and stuff. Mr. Dollar is, after talking to him, Mr. Dollar is working diligently with the personnel that he had. I know that in some sections of the town, it look horrible, but due to the shortage of manpower and getting people to work, and we discussed a bunch of issues on hiring people. As you know, in this day and age, no one is gonna come and work for $12 an hour, let's be honest. They'd rather stay at home than work for $12 an hour. But that is the dilemma that we as a city, we got to look into in order to maintain the proper peoples and keeping our personnel in beat with and strive to see the next, because we are constantly losing people. And as we discussed with the mayor and the rest of us, and it might say, well, we're gonna have to have some kind of system whereby every year we can upgrade these people and pay these people to keep these people in the city of Natchez. And I'm gonna get into it, like I said, our biggest problem is mechanics and general laborers. And mechanics are not gonna come, you're not gonna get a good certified candidate a mechanic, you're not gonna get a good certified person with CDL license unless you pay them. And that's the thing I like to say, we are very, very short. And I just want to advise the public, you just need to give us a little more time. We're working diligently, but as I say, it's take time. And as I see people, some of my constituents calling me, it's, look, man, I got grass here. I got grass growing up out the sidewalk. I got the grass growing up over here. I got cars abandoned over here. I got this going on. But it's kind of disheartening when I explain it to them. I'm sorry, we just don't have the personnel to do this. Because, like I say, there's other things that they're doing. And it's not just we dealing with weed, grass, and that in the house. We have a major project on Brown. And that got to be rectified. That got to be done as soon as possible. We're dealing with that. We have other major projects that we're dealing with. And as I stated earlier, we do not have the personnel in order to do that. So I just want to say this too. Now, my other issue is that, and I hate to do this, but I got to do this because I feel it's my duty to do it. I'm looking at my hiring and firing report here with the city of Natchez. I understand that the Natchez Police Department has hired quite a number of people from the Adams County Sheriff Department. I understand that. And these people are being hired, either hired or appointees, one or the other, as training commanders, patrol commanders, and stuff like that. There is, and I'm gonna say this again, there is no such thing under civil service as a commander. If these people was hired, they should have been hired as patrollers. If they left the police department and came back in the status of patrolman, they should have still been hired as patrolman. But they shouldn't have been hired at an extravagant salary. Because it's not fair to a person who is a patrolman, who's been there, and then you hire somebody as a patrolman, they come in as a patrolman, and you paying this person more. No, that don't cut it, because it make the person that's a patrolman that's been there, how this other patrolman make more than me? We're both certified. Last but not least, also I'm kind of disturbed with this. We have, and it's no, and then Chief, I'm just gonna say it's nothing personal towards you and the rest of these people, but we have 5 people that's in a supervisory capacity that you hired, and with your salary and the other people that you hired from the sheriff department, their salary is $500,000 for 5 people with fringe benefits. And this, to me, look like, to me, we are being top heavy with these salaries. It shouldn't be that we paying $500,000 to 5 people. And when we need more patrollers, we 10 or whatever, how many patrollers we have, look like we should be taking that money towards patrollers. But it's not. This to me, this is unacceptable. I know we need police officers. I know they say, oh, that's police department, the highest paid police department. But it look like we're getting people from the police, from the sheriff department just to come over and say, hey, we're gonna pay y'all more money, come on over. But that shouldn't be the issue. The issue should be, we should be getting more patrollers in order to patrol the city of Natchez. Now, like I say, it might be acceptable for some of the other board members. They might think different, but to me, $500,000 in fringe benefits in our budget, and it wasn't even much in the budget. I don't think it's the budget for this year, but this is what we are facing too. Like I say, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Like I say, we got patrol supervisor, patrol regular police officer. You started one person off at 32. A patrolman, you bring another patrolman in at 43. No, I don't go along with that. That's just my theme on that. Mr. Mayor, the rest of the board, I think it shouldn't be like that. That needs to be addressed. Thank you very much. That's the end of my report.
Thank you, Alderman Frazier. Alderwoman Smith? Thank you. Alderwoman Irving?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. And I just want to allude to what Alderman Frazier said, and my question is this: how many officers do we have at the very present time? And I want to address this with our chief. How many officers do we have at the present time? Yes, sir. Would you come to the mic, please?
Under the previous administration, there was a chief and 4 commanders. We currently have a chief and 4 commanders. We have 5 officers per shift, 25 officers.
Okay. And so are we going to get it up to the number allotted? If that's the goal, to recruit, because we were allotted in our budget 44 officers. So is that our goal to get them up to that number?
Yes,
I know
ma'am.
we're retaining and recruiting.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's my reason for asking that nothing changes in the budget. When you go to looking at, and so, Jerry, yeah, okay. And I do understand that's an even swap with the monies because you had retirement and all of that. I was just looking at that we keep that allotted number so that we can continue to have growth. You heard all these great things that are happening here in Natchez. We got a lot of people that visit our city. And our most important thing is safety, not only for the residents that are visiting here, but also for us that reside here in Natchez as well. We want to thank you for that continued service.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, that was my only comment to you, Jim.
I have a question before you leave.
I'm sorry, Alderwoman Irving has the floor.
Well, make me sure.
Alderwoman Irving, continue your report.
Thank you. Okay, I also want to save the date. This is our Minor Jubilee. It's going to be July 25th, 2026. This year, the Minor Jubilee Gospel Hour, the Amos Pope Gospel Hour, will have an additional one of the original founders of the Gospel Hour. That is going to be Mr. Alvin Shelby, a gifted musician and beloved member of the Natchez arts community. Mr. Shelby brings over 25 years of experience in music to the community. I also, to just bring to your attention, I have received quite a few calls from members of our community. I have talked with Chief about the overgrowth in grass, but this is also something that has been brought to my attention with the recent rain. A lot of people are wondering, where's our mosquito truck? We need that now because we are dealing with a lot of water, standing water, with the amount of rain that we've received. So that was one of the things that I would like to see, if it's in operation to happen, that we get on a routine schedule with the mosquito truck. Someone has questioned whether or not our sweeper truck is running. It is. We just don't have the employees. As Alderman Frazier stated, at this time, we do not have that CDL driver to operate that sweeper truck. So our director, Mr. Dollar, is looking at other options as to how to proceed with getting the truck up and operational so that you would see it in our community as well. I'm hoping that we have an executive session because there are a few things that I really want to bring up and we have a discussion on a few things. I won't disclose at this time, but I'm hoping, Mayor, that we can have it, if not today, at our next board meeting in the future.
You might want to discuss with the attorney
Okay.
these things, and then we
Can
can proceed from there for the next meeting.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Mayor, that ends my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Alderman Davis.
Only one thing, fishing with the fathers, next weekend, June 20th at Bob Davis State Park. That ends my report.
All right, thank you, Alderman. Alderman Maroney, your report.
There's a neighborhood watch meeting tonight at Parkway Family Life Center at 6 p.m. All are invited. Thank you. That's
All right.
That's it for me.
Thank you so much. We now will go to the city clerk's report. Madam Clerk, you're recognized.
Second item is request for approval of the first June calendar.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Hall,
Second.
seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion?
No,
Yes.
no, I don't have anything.
Okay, we'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Next item.
Next item is a request for approval of the first June mini limestone.
What's the pleasure of the board?
So moved.
Second made by Alderwoman Irving, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion. We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Next item.
Next item is a request for approval of the May 2026 personnel report.
What's the pleasure of the board? Motion made by Alderwoman Smith, seconded by Alderwoman Hall. Discussion.
Yes, there was one change.
Yes,
Mr.
Alderwoman
Mayor.
Hall.
Employee number 303091, resigned, not terminated.
Thank you, Alderwoman Hall. Any further discussion?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Alderwoman Irving.
I omitted something and I was waiting to see would it have come from the other person who's the commissioner that works closely with that, Mr. Gambary. But I did receive it in an email and I think everyone else had, and it was for the Mayor Board of Aldermen to reconsider, two board members, Mr. Paul Hargrave and Mrs. Powell, to remain or reappoint them back to the Waterworks Board.
Okay, I think we'll need to take care of that once we dispense of this motion.
Okay.
I don't believe we have approved the high fire report.
Okay.
Call for question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Alderwoman Irving, I will recognize you at this time.
Okay, so thank you, Mayor. Again, I want to ask for reappointment. It was by the Waterworks Board, Mr. Gambary, the director, the Waterworks Board, to reconsider reappointment for Mr. Paul Hargrave and Ms. Pat Powell for the Natchez Waterworks Board.
All right. Motion has been made by Alderwoman Irving. Seconded by Alderman Maroney. I will say we had received word from Mr. Gambary recommending their reappointment or their appointment, one to actually fill the vacancy of Ms. Vines, who sadly passed away. We were planning to bring this up at the second board meeting, but now that we have a motion, happy to take care of it now. Any further discussion?
Yes, I got some.
Yes, Alderman Frazier.
I appreciate everything he's doing, but it seems as though that's my committee. Nobody informed me of nothing.
I'm sorry, Mr. Frazier. Could you repeat that?
Seems as though that's my committee that I'm chair. I wasn't informed of none of this. I haven't received a letter, nothing.
As I said, we weren't planning on bringing this up until the second meeting of this month. It is not on the agenda, but Alderwoman Irving chose to bring it up. Would you like for Alderwoman Irving to withdraw her motion and we can discuss it at the second board meeting to give you time to talk to Mr. Gambary?
That's no problem, Mr. Mayor. I just want.
Okay.
We can vote.
All
That's no
right.
problem.
Any further discussion? We'll then call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries. Madam Clerk, thank you so much. We are back to you now.
Next item is actually coming from Mr. Rutter with inspections concerning the chiller or the compressor on the chiller of the Armstrong Library. There are some issues with it, some repairs that need to be made. He did provide, and I've placed those in your packets, two quotes. One from Terry Services Inc. in the amount of $11,695.56, and one from Conrad Anderson Company in the amount of $10,200. And this is to rebuild the compressor on the chiller for the library. And so the request is to approve the low quote of Conrad Anderson.
Was a pleasure of the board.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Hall, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion?
Yes.
Yes, Alderman Frazier.
I know, I wish Mr. Rutter was here because I wanted to ask some questions. They're gonna rebuild it. How much a new one cost?
Significantly more than the rebuild.
Yeah, that ain't telling me nothing significant, but it ain't giving me an amount.
From the last time he and I spoke, replacing this could be closer to $100,000.
Jeez.
rebuilding this component was the much more feasible way to repair the unit at this time.
Yeah, I guess so, 100,000 compared to 10. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. We will now have a vote. We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
Okay, next item is a request to, for the mayor and I to open 2 new checking accounts. These would be non-interest bearing checking accounts with Home Bank for the purpose of 2 new state appropriations. One is the $500,000 that we are receiving for the bridge lighting, and $500,000 that we are receiving for the Canal Street Bridge replacement. It is required to have separate bank accounts for these funds, so we cannot move forward to receive those funds until we take care of this step.
Second.
A motion made by Alderwoman Smith, seconded by Alderwoman Irving. Discussion. We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries.
I believe that concludes our report.
Madam Clerk, we appreciate you. Thank you. Mr. Attorney, your report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to thank Debbie Hudson for her patience and her effort in a long process. We finally have reached approval and mutual agreement between the city, workforce development, the county, the school board, and Colin. And the memorandum of agreement is now ready for the mayor and the clerk to sign off and approve.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you so much, Mr. Attorney. A motion has been made by Alderwoman Hall and has been seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Alderwoman Hall.
I think, I have a question. I think the CMPPD grant has closed out.
Yes.
And I think we have been instructed to close out the DRA grant. So is that grant closed?
Yes. The DRA grant. all
Is it
needs to have
closed?
their-
That's the question. Is it closed? When will it be closed? Because DRA has instructed that it be closed.
Ms.
It's on the way, we're working with them to make this happen, so it's a transition and, it's all in the works. So by the end of this month, it should be.
You're referring to
So-
which grant?
To DRI.
To DRI.
So, Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Alderwoman Hall.
so I think the transition coordinator position was for 3 months. So we're going into 3 to 4 months.
It was for 4 months.
Yes.
So this is the 4th month?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you, Alderwoman Hall.
thank you.
Any further discussion? We will now call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries.
That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Attorney, and we do look forward to working with Colin and all of our partners on this new way forward and making workforce development even better for our region. I want to really also thank you, Ms. Hudson, for all that you've done, and also to Wanda Williams for all that she has done. And also, I want to thank Dr. Middleton, the president at Colin. He has done a real great job of getting this accomplished and coming into a partnership with the city, the county, and the school board. And I'm very grateful that our partners, especially the DRA, have expressed an enthusiasm about continuing with this relationship in expanded capacity. Well, my report, I just want to say it's always good to be here at NAPAC. Also, I'm very excited about the positivity happening here in Natchez, all of the great things happening, all the great things that were reported on today. And we are looking forward to Juneteenth next week. And I want to say this, during this time of year, it's important that we always remember that while we celebrate the Natchez Day of Unity next week, That will be Monday at January 5:30, and it truly is a diverse event. We've been joking, DJ Buzz is going to be giving us music. I think we have everybody from Jimmy Buffett to Marvin Gaye making an appearance. And then Amy Allen, who is so renowned for her musical talent from the Big Muddy Inn, performing live. We're going to have a jump playhouse for the children and ice cream. And we want people to please bring your lawn chairs and come and let's enjoy time. But yes, while next Monday is our Natchez Day of Unity, every day should be a day of unity. And I do want to condemn those who want to always sow seeds of disharmony and disunity, when actually, and I believe the vast majority of all of our citizens will say this, things are going so well, and we're so grateful to live in a city like Natchez. I know I, for one, count it a true blessing and honor to wake up every morning, and on many of these mornings, walk to City Hall, just enjoying what we have in Natchez. I will now entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderman Davis, seconded by Alderwoman Smith. We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries. Great meeting, thank you. And I'm on my way to the birthday
See,
party.
Guinea Coon?